with one beautiful. Whoa, Miss Brown, you really enjoying, yeah? You have also introduced himself. I want them to introduce Nebia. You two actually took some maybe romantic shots, naughty romantic shots together. Maybe you two, when we are in relationships and marriages, we most of the times gossip. We gossip. In fact, Amide, if I'm in a relationship with you, my partner is my gossip partner. And this is the time you. So don't let anybody manipulate you. Don't let anybody scare you. If he or she is an ex, he or she is behind you. Just move forward. Don't let any of the distractions get to you. Some people are even sometimes made timid. They can't even get into public place. They can't even mingle because they're afraid they're going to meet their ex there, because they are afraid the ex is going to disgrace them. Hello, are you listening to me? So it is TW Radio and this is Love and Vibes. Right on my right hand side in the studio I have Miss Eddie, and she was the first to come, so we're going to start with her. And in the middle is a gentleman who was like, today I will be in the middle, and he is Mama Ba. And sweetheart, it skipped. And Benna is with us, so we have all three set, and today they're going to break it down with us. We're going to have the conversation together, and I told you it is about toxic exes. So are you out there? I've told you to tell that gentleman, to tell that lady to wake up the rest, that it is time for Love and Vibes, and today's discussion is about toxic exes. So gather all stories you want to share with us. If you want it to be via text message, you can send us a text message. If you want to call, there will be time for you to call, and we're going to open the phone lines for you to join us in the studio. But for now, I think I have to announce the text numbers so you can start typing. Maybe by the end of the show you would have finished typing. So if you want to send an SMS, share an experience you've had about a toxic ex, it is 0243 048 755 0243 048755. Inti ebia na nyi benyi bi wo ho na nyi na eje na otetew oruhunhun eni bese bi wo ho nyi na eje osem from an oma uns enhwe one da oma wonhu da. All these people, we term them, you call them as toxic exes. So if you're out there and you have an experience to share, you can send your text messages, your SMSs via the number I just announced, 0243 048 755. So let's get straight to the studio and get this conversation rolling. Inti anyone now be me Eddie baby. Miss Eddie in Porto Tram, hello.
Hi. Yes, hello.
Yeah, we on. Miss Eddie, today is about toxic relationship. I will start with you before we get. So when we say toxic relationship, a BBN or lead to toxic relationship, right? And team, but then maybe so. What are the early red flags, right? You BB or relationship, a woman extra. No, this relationship. If I leave this person, this is what the person will do. That is what the person will do, right? So let's start from toxic relationships. Some of the red flags are, you should move on fast. You don't even have to wait for that long to experience that toxic relationship or toxic excess act. And so this question goes to you.
All right, so I'll say good evening to all our listeners. Okay, so when we talk about toxic relationship, it's not all about hitting a woman or hitting a man or those kind of things. It's a whole lot of things. Okay, insulting, disrespecting, and bringing down the person wherever you see her among people, and other things, words, abusive words that you use with the person is also a toxic thing that we experience in relationships. So if these things are going on and you are not comfortable with it, you need to advise yourself and just move on.
Okay, so that is from Miss Eddie, and she's saying, well, if you already in such relationship or to toxic exes one a banana and you be you time be no shisha wa time be na the pemo so dani hunde dem you pay the day you be no unkono si jedu no bo obamodo akọ. And still we are expecting your messages to come through, and like I announced the number, the contact are 0247944545, and that is our WhatsApp line, and the text message should come via 020-2085888020-20858888. Let your text messages via the number I just announced, and I can read through and then I am from out into that can let me get to my Mama Ba. You don't look Mama Ba-ish. No. Mama Ba doesn't look Mama Ba-ish. Yeah, so Mama Ba, how does a toxic ex differ from someone who just is hurt? Right? You see, sometimes you can't just even differentiate. Somebody might be hurt, but on your toxic, the person might be saying things just because he or she is pained. And yet there is this particular one who is all toxic. He's not hurt. She is not hurt. She is just being toxic. He is just being toxic, right? So how do we differentiate it? But then with them baby are who a broken heart now one can na he's talking like that. Into a year mama time kakra. And ni pay no. Suban no ni more time, and how do we differentiate?
Say kede ehwen sunsunio woman obezen kakra.
Okay.
Because naturally no ebinum the man what they were abusive in such a way there. Bibi kakra ina de bia na anoko nansa ko. Ewa ebi so wa eyew ntina oma okasetie anaso azibia ye ma wa ahye nti bia na wa ma wa tan nansa. Bibi wa anankasa de nyadam na ote. But e bia eyew no mozie nti dam nyimpa no ahyese ne ze nhye da hu. Ntano ebinum ho adam na wote chide bibia trigger when ebufu ana eyansana, but definitely there ebenye there the most the man what is it eya onsunsuni kakra odem mama kana etasa
mentasi ntimpa de chemase okay nti the nimpan nusu wo ho na het no so
wo ho nti fagina na dama ibi wo ho e nusuban ibi so wa eyew no mozie or toxic.
Okay,
yeah.
And them too, no, like still mentasi ana.
Enshada epede hu sunsunni na. Sunsunni bi anshada anyim. Once you are toxic, you are toxic. Mo ba trigger, mo ba my toxic no mfon ho dey bi a oye musuban dedado. Ntin sunsunni bi anyim.
Are you toxic whether you are hurt or not?
Yes.
Toxic.
Toxic.
If you say people go to my toxic no, but in the course of ebia okonyim kakra obesesa.
Intina me say there if you are being toxic, they be a shit like ma wonze abro nezedo. Oye nzame bi na obakeka nyeme bi intina oba mo ayeda mo no. Se obasesa ba so inusubanza no nusubana anyen eda na wonsesa.
Na say ni paso sesa ebi so na wa sesa but yo nti you think ebi
a do ho ayen ekosoro ba say Jesus Christ mpo benanyima on sesa.
Okay.
Ntano oye nipa ko nusuban.
There is no
the man not.
There are people who grew in some environments like that. So there is nothing you can do to change them. You have people who grew in some environments that they have only toxic people living together. So they have grown with that, and there is nothing you can do to change it.
And there are those who are hurt as well.
Unless they meet those who are also toxic like them.
Okay, so they crash.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then, let's talk about the one who is hurt, who may be acting out of pain, out of jealousy, out of the pain of losing you. But maybe in a brief, the person will just get over it. What about that?
So you see, I would say that one thing most of us don't prioritize in our relationship is emotional intelligence. Because going out, not every relationship is supposed to end well.
Sure.
Some might go well, some might not go well. So you, the person in a relationship, should know what to do at what time, how to react. You can't say you are hurt and then because of that you're going to treat your partner anyhow. Fine, breakup happens, Mejai, but I expect you to be matured enough to know that no, Jai na ye Jai. This doesn't mean that you are my enemy. Hence, I should find ways and means to do things to hurt you.
What if the person can't do without you?
That's why I said we need to prioritize emotional intelligence. Because in as much as you are going out, despite whatever happens, it's not every relationship that is supposed to end well.
Okay.
Sometimes that's what we wish for, but then that is not the plans of nature. So definitely it might go in our favor or not. But whatever being the case, that shouldn't warrant you being toxic towards your ex.
Okay.
I don't know if you are getting me.
So whether you hurt or toxic, it shouldn't warrant
that. Yes.
Okay. She just saved you.
Actually, Mama Kenya and Tasa.
I'm not gonna walk on you. She just saved you.
Miss Afuna and so 1 10. Okay.
Oh, see, she just saved you because I was just trying to get out the thin line between the one who is hurt and the toxic one. But then she simplified it.
I'm small Kenya Mantas.
On the backstab here. Okay, so let me get to you, sweetheart. What will be the reason for some people still to keep in touch with toxic partners? Because if you are in a relationship and you can see the person is toxic, you've analyzed, made the emotional assets and everything, and you see and say, Adam, you pay Zay. There are some people breaking up with them because you were afraid of what the person might do after breakup, but you will still be with the person. What are some of the reasons that make people cling to such people in relationships and marriages?
Should there be reasons for you to be in your uncomfortable state because of love?
Some do.
Some because of fear of being alone. Yes.
Really?
Yes, because most people they feel like, especially those who are married with kids,
okay,
and they are in a toxic marriage or relationship. Let's take it like that. Some are not even married, but toxic relationship with kids. Immediately something happens and a breakup comes, they feel like if I break up with this person, I'm going to be alone with the kids, or no one is going to love me because I'm already with kids. That is one reason.
And I would say obsession too plays a role, because you see, let me use my gentleman here. I always say I'm certified side chick, yes. So I'm with him and then he's not treating me well, but I'm so obsessed with him to the extent that leaving him is a problem for me.
Okay.
Hence I need to stay with him and then endure whatever thing it is, of which is not supposed to be. I'm so fond of him that I can't pull away from him. Maybe it could be because of the good sex I get from him. It could be because of the money I get from him. Like, there is a particular reason why I can't pull away. So literally, I'm being obsessed with him, and with that, I can't go. So I need to endure. Papa,
and also low self-worth. You'll be with someone and you'll be like, I had lucky power, them guy with the way we are. So because of that, you feel like when you leave him, you are not going to get any other person who is going to love you the way he loves you, and a whole lot of things. This also counts.
Okay, so low self-esteem, you have when there are kids in there, and obsession.
Yeah.
And then also when we look at the sacrifice we've given to the relationship, Nipa na bra 10 years. Eshe no ni bi. Oshe una usu ni bi. Then by the grace of God things work out and obenye binu man over sure that yes or a senior man or a senior woman. Usasha and breno bimbezi. So you need to stay there. Papa will not know all broom pa. Abon mo we do be we do no katenze. You need to endure.
Do we have times or moments where maybe a lady or a guy might just be shamed into being in a relationship or marriage because he or she is afraid of what the partner might do to him or her after breakup?
We have so many.
We have so many.
We have so many people out there.
And so because of that, they will just come and be in the relationship, marriage, and just endure.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you're listening to us, the discussion is about toxic exes. We have people who threaten us during breakup. We have people who go like, you're not going to get my type. We have people who go like, you're not going to see the kids again. We have people, a whole lot of them. And Team America, if you are there and you have such an experience of such an ex, you can send us a message or WhatsApp message or a text message and join us with the conversation in the studio. I'm really learning, I don't know, I haven't had such ex yet, but I know people. Do I have anybody with such an experience in the studio though? Toxic
per se, but obi so much attached to you. Because I quite remember there was a particular lady I was dating. We dated for some time, and I'm mekede I said the damza obaba mo ho no ebuku no atumi dem. Chide man fa hade mboko no ho so sire no dem on ye gidigidi bia.
But you broken a heart.
Oh, Debbie. Sometimes I will do. And on your client about the old bejo will be more about just to see you. Echo Chapel. No,
but there's nothing wrong with that.
why so
but she mentioned killing herself.
What did you do?
It's being toxic.
No,
the girl is too so in love with Mama, but that she doesn't want to admit said they are breaking up. That's it.
Like
you see,
I understood.
Sometimes I would say that most of the time we the ladies are the victims, and then
maybe some of most guys are, but they don't talk. They don't say it.
I would say that what led to the breakup. That is the most important thing.
Right now, you yourself, she herself made us believe that whether you were being hurt or not, it doesn't guarantee any toxic.
Let me use myself as an example. Quite, let's say, some months ago, my ex got married. We had an issue of which I wasn't at fault. Something happened at home, and then it was like my concentration was on whatever that was happening in my house. So I had a divided attention for the whole relationship itself. And at the time, I realized I was drifting, and then I was trying to position myself back into the relationship. And then he's like, I've made him feel, say he's not important because whatever I'm going through, I have decided to go through it alone without involving him. I understood him trying to come back to the normal lane, and then he was like, still I've made him lose himself because of that.
Why not doing that?
So I pressed, like I did whatever I could do, going to the mother, involving the sisters, a whole lot of I did nasty stuff.
Something because
I knew
toxic.
I wasn't toxic. I knew.
Okay, so let's go. And your business or share an experience. What are some of the things you did that you think is nasty?
Personally, I knew that. Fine, if I was to be in his shoes, I would have been very upset with him because at least we are partners. Let's go through whatever it is together. But in my case, I am the firstborn. My mother is not there. My mother is late.
So what are some of the things you did?
So I had to go to his house.
Okay.
I left trying to settle the whole thing. It didn't work out. I went to his mother's place. around 11 p.m. The one was sleeping. I went to wake her up.
That is not toxic.
I'm coming. You see,
toxic.
I'm trying to boil the whole thing to how I reacted later.
Okay.
I tried to do whatever thing I would want to do, and then he said still, he insisted that I've made him lose himself. He's no more interested. I was like, okay, then go.
Okay.
He went. Later he texted that when the whole thing was happening, now he has gotten someone pregnant. So at that point, he didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, congratulations, continue.
Okay.
I decided not to text him again. But this guy could come and be like, oh, lady, now walk again, I mean, now whatever happened has happened. Then someone had to tell me that this person is getting married. Meanwhile, a day before I heard the message, I was working with the same person. That this person was about getting married. And then the same person is in my DM.
What was the worst thing you did after the breakup?
So, I picked up a phone and I told him that you did it the first time. I didn't mind it. But then this time around, even if it takes 15 years, I'll do you bad. Because, of course,
that is a toxic statement.
I am not being toxic. I'm trying to be real. When it happened the first time, I accepted the reality and walked away. But for you to come back, knowing fully well that you are trying to settle down with the person you met, and then you are back into my DM, back into my space, trying to get my attention again, you are trying to bruise my wounds again.
So you were hurt.
Yes, I'm a human being.
And you feel that doesn't guarantee any toxicness.
No.
Being toxic.
You don't get what I'm doing, because it has happened.
Rebuilding up, Mama Ba. Rebuilding up on what she said.
Yes, I am saying that because when it happened the first time, I accepted the reality and walked away.
Okay.
I didn't complain because I knew that in a relationship, whether good or bad, it has to end.
Okay.
Or every time we pray that.
To understand her right now, she is doing it.
I am doing it because
he came back to lie to her.
She
to her feelings.
So
okay.
so that's what
you do that.
Don't you think she allowed herself to be lied to?
Because
if I'm
no,
talking
I am
to
trying
you
to forget you.
And she wanted to stay. That is why she stayed.
I am trying to forget you. I am trying to forget you.
Okay.
Then you come back to remember that you again. Now I've accepted the mind that you are there. That someone getting married to someone, then I am going to be toxic.
So you see,
do something to you.
Nothing should guarantee you.
Initially, I said that you need to have emotional intelligence. That is why when the very first moment it happened, I walked away without complaining because I knew that as at my age and how the life is going, whatever happened has happened. Fair enough. But for you to go and then come back to say, "My name Mama Bao na yejai," he is now with Mizedi. Mizedi has given birth for him.
Okay.
You people are living your life. Then Mama Ba comes back and tell me that, okay, Bene, I work again. I mean, Mizedi, whatever has happened, let's trash it and let's fix that.
Okay.
See, and then he didn't only come to me alone. He went to my big brother, who knew that both of us were together, and then he started approaching. We started going out, like trying to
rekindle,
have conversations and all that. Then you meet me and then you tell me that Bene Matisse Mama Bani Edi Beware. Meanwhile, a day before I heard the whole situation, I was with Mama Ba. If you were in my state,
you see,
nothing happened. Nothing happened. But then, in this particular state, if you were in my shoes, at that point now, you could have rushed to his house to do nasty stuff.
No.
Emotional intelligence. Okay. Just sit down.
That's why I didn't react, and I told him, and then I told him that
case.
Yes,
because you see, she's trying to have a point, make a point, but la. No save you, and no circumstances should make somebody how do you call it?
Toxic.
Bitter, toxic.
Yes.
Yeah. No circumstances.
And then me saying
pinning it down.
that
See, I see idea.
We soon idea fee or no.
I'm not gonna some more pen now.
And or they catch a man for it.
so no, I am saying that in a situation like this, I could have still decided to keep quiet. But then to me, I feel that no, you are trying to play smart on me. Hence, I also need to pay you back. You can have someone on wedding day no better. Yet still, someone like that will still keep quiet.
So
that's why I said that it depends
the
on
worst thing you ever did for that breakup.
But that's why I said that me.
No. I did. That's what
I'm saying. I didn't react, but then I called him and told him that no matter the years, I'll pay him back.
So do you still have that heart of paying?
I'll pay him back because say Hono, I'm coming. You see, we have people and then how we accept situations. May I've been able to heal, and then you come back to bruise my wounds. Like Asana,
you two bruise them together.
No,
going to blame
no,
and you understand.
No, because what happened? No, see, wait. I wasn't okay with the whole breakup. I wasn't okay with the whole breakup. You get it? And then I had to accept the reality because I didn't want to force myself on him for him to treat me anyhow. That is why I stepped back because of my sanity's sake. You come back thinking that no, we are all human beings. We fuck up sometimes. You come back if you can settle things, you settle things. But then not when you know you are trying to. So
this and the whole thing and all this gentleman made you pass through. Maybe some questions brings us to our next question. What emotional effect did it have on you?
Personally, it didn't have anything on me.
But you're still holding on to it.
I am holding on to it because I am holding. See, it depends on what happened in the breakup. Funny there with what has happened. If I was to be someone who is very toxic and committing, I wouldn't call you to react.
So,
but on your wedding day, I will come in there with the messages and to prove it, to spoil everything for you.
So that's
then walk away.
They finished the wedding.
Because they
haven't.
Wedding 1 year. Why? But then the most important thing is I decided not to.
So we have options. We have options, Eddie. Let me get to you on this very question, the same question. What are some of the effects, right, that kind of get us into, we get ourselves into long-term ones on this, talking about this toxic excess issue, long-term effect?
Depression and emptiness.
Okay.
See, you feel so empty, like that is where peace starts coming into your head. You feel, I don't know, like you want to be alone in the dark.
All right.
Because there are some people, when they get into a relationship, then they cut off their friends and families. So if something of that sort happens and you break up, you are alone. Who are you going to? Those friends that you cut off or the families you cut off? So you are going to be in the dark alone. You'll be empty and you are going through this emptiness and depression. That is where people kill themselves.
Okay.
So in order for me not to kill myself, I also revenge. So that is where the toxicity comes in.
Still on Tassie.
Eddie,
so you were lying. Not confirming. So Eddie, you were lining out. You said depression. You have
emptiness.
Emptiness. Okay.
So sometimes you also have trust issues.
Trust issues in our doors.
So when baby sana, you've gone through such things that to trust somebody who will even come again for a relationship or something is very difficult. It's very difficult.
Mama, long-term effect. Man, Canada.
No.
From the guys. Okay.
Chapuibo Cape Costa ha wafana wedding on go.
Okay. I'm not saying anything. Wedding on go.
Wedding on go. Excellent one no ase. Otwene a we wedding we na will pay no. No go go kobo on lo.
Like seriously.
Mama catch.
Okrom ha de.
Nti chapu no phone we de no ngo.
Zomiana de hinde.
Ngo kokko no.
Zomiana.
Nyo.
Really?
Owo bondo. Bohwe.
That is another toxic ex.
Ebia ontase, but in a long term no. Ehwa obey de as a guy no. Invest emotion in a relationship. And the BCS there we J Nanton wasi. Sometimes in Benyufo binum was here Miss Afasam.
Okay.
Oman Benyufo binum was Miss Afasam Angasa.
That is dealing with toxic exes.
Mama Ketcho.
It makes you guys flex.
Mama Ketcho.
Extremely.
How?
Oman binum was here Miss Afasam Angasa.
So that's breaking it down.
That is where emotional changes come missing because.
Only me there is Ian. Into no so I do not ban no on from Baudi.
You don't get it.
I'm trying to get it.
Okay.
But now,
Let me get a scenario. Let me get a scenario no. Ebia bene weja. Adwendwene nti. Ebia mem there muntum menzi no bond direct.
Okay.
Into me zaba do mo for girl menyo ye ya papa menyo sinchen.
Serious.
Because of other
you are emotionally invested in the whole thing.
No, they are Bamedo.
These are the guys for you. It means, hey, nipa ko ne broken heart. Think for 10
you pay for it.
Last
that is why you don't trust somebody. Will be the papa crab. Brewa.
Trust. Yeah, it's kind of a mind.
But I don't know.
Talking of
trust
breaking people's hearts.
It is okay. It is okay to realize that the person is trying to play you than to have trust issues. It'll go before him.
Yeah, your phone team. But on may be no way the in correct. But on kade azo kumini. Yemu bi no yebakede bi or depression. But obro depression.
Ebisu ya ferry.
On back and show the azo ukominyima ebiza asro na no hakede o David.
So the best no besha na ne pana start say
okasa. So
most of the it is those strong
what if I decide not to react? No, Modoko Kakuma.
Only tell me that me
okay, but give us more highlights. We want more from the guys.
But mainly no. That is what guys go through. Bibrina obey myself for some after that,
and some also like for depression.
Even was the answer. Even pom was the hard drugs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because oil is in Dobaka Chobi. Or find a solace in.
So if you're listening to us, today's discussion is about toxic exes. And I'm loving the discussion already. It's a very long time having such discussions and hearing this from especially the guys, because ladies know why they were baby what can oh my guys no kiss no. But then I hearing that from you is another thing. So if you are there and you're listening to us and you have any experience, right? Besebia to wakuma ma wasam kawo wama sisala you are into some subeni bi as you weren't like that before. Benyini bi ato wakuma madam akuma no to no wama sisari enzi bi you are not like that. Anade benyin bi wo anyine je ehwa na hwenzi e benyin no osori ya wo na oya tete ebi so besebi or you've broken up with a lady, but then after breakup na nyama bi a lady ne ye no oye atete. I know one man who after breaking up with the wife, you know, he had to come back to the house. The man was a farmer. This man came back. Unfortunately for the woman, TV no son a pole no man in the pole half, need you half. And I didn't dado antenna dado. Can you believe this man brought down the pole, took that idiot sinna or your honor na ozip bueno. then left the pool there.
Yeah,
So you see, people do stuff. And if you are there and you have something like that to share with us, number is 020 2085 888 020 2085 888. About to a WhatsApp here afadam number no do. It's a voice note to pa record no first and here. And now there about typing na what really transpired with you being a toxic ex. Now abandon na our toxic ex. Mama ba, you were telling us some of the stuff guys go through, yeah, and for them to be toxic for a very long long term, and you mentioned frustration, depression, and all that. Some being bitter for that long.
Otumpo me binu mi asofo. Mama kecho.
Okay.
On bi opedo o kitchen there. For nyame da wo kan wa agyenkwa. Because nyimpa
that one will be depression. That
one.
Shazi. Me yanku bi one. First time when you broken out. Oyi ezibano. O prezibano pa. Ni if you do or the rice cook case do. Okoto emo bedol bezi. Otino no lusu. Unsulu to no way in ata no ruhu no. I shows it. Guys go through a lot, but one can one answer. Sometimes Ibinosu was once a gym just to forget.
Of course, there are options. There are options. I stick to Mercury so preachy day. It's a nice option. It's
not 4 years okay. Share Papa there are
people who can't handle. There are people who can't handle what we call breaking, like broken heart, those kind of things. Okay?
So they tend to be toxic.
Yeah.
Very, very, very. There are people who
mostly.
Okay, people
that boils down to.
There are people who have people around them, and they have certain things that they do. And when it's getting to that aspect, I always tell people that you should have something that you do, or else you are going to find yourself
keep
in the
busy.
dark. Yes.
Just but get busy even if you find something doing
surely you are going to feel it, not too much, like somebody who is
you see, so that was the reason for me saying the other gentleman that's what you're preaching. No, it's good. We
preaching is now about talent for
or should that
Orufum.
I didn't know Orman quotations. Okay.
And then you put in a more shows, I say you must more. Then I start to catch you.
There are people who are teaching maths. Say, makers
they are choosing teaching maths over being toxic.
Sometimes.
And wait,
you see, they are talking to themselves.
Benny. Do you have, or can you add a bit to what we are learning? So long term, how do you call it?
Toxic
effect. Yeah.
So with the long term effect, one thing we overlook right now is our mental health. It is one thing. A quanka fuller, obia genuinely, or yeah, natural about them. Number two, most of them there, especially the ladies, is relationship issues, marriage. Because on tomb, looking at the investment a why year is bana waka year. What's a human investment? Sister Mukase, Obi Akoji mobile money. Bossa, was it your fire cash of benefit
quick loan, not the
quick loan. So you see, people auction investment Hawaii. Na say bibia ko waste them. It's painful. On your biobakachin. On your mobile no more obeden. Adwindwiniano orukum. Olufum. Obi nature on task. What happened? Nice lady. Nini Morocco do nice lady nature.
into madness, depression leading to madness.
Yes.
You have frustration. We have isolating yourself, losing self-confidence, being bitter, trust issues. Or your long-term effect of having a toxic ex. Inti you guduru yusua adesua no why the one fifi kakwe. So if you are there, miss number ni 02020858880 20858888 send a message as a fa dam number no dana there, but WhatsApp here na as a fa dam number no, so we know your experience, your advice, and all you want to add to the show. So what emotional effect does dealing with a toxic ex have long term? That is what we just talked about. And how can someone rebuild trust and confidence after leaving a toxic partner? That one day. Let me start with Eddie. You mentioned losing self-confidence.
Oh yes.
Yes, and so how do one regain confidence after dealing with such a person?
You know, you shouldn't always put your mind to what people tell you. Sometimes you need to love yourself, know your worth yourself. Don't let somebody describe your worth for you.
Okay.
That is one thing that you have to start with. Because if you start always waiting for somebody to tell you are beautiful, you look nice, you are good in that and this and that, that is where you are going to lose your own self-esteem. So I feel like you have to love yourself more than you love other people. Tell yourself you are worth it. Tell yourself you are beautiful, because we are all created in His image. That thing, quotation, should or even give you the I don't know, the fire in you.
Okay.
We are all being created in His own image, and everybody on this earth will have his or her partner. There are sometimes you look at somebody's face, and when you see them getting married, then you yourself, you ask, hey, now where's Susue? You see, so that should even that should even tell you that we are all made for someone. So don't wait for somebody to tell you are looking beautiful before you feel like you are.
So self-worth.
Yeah.
But you see, the self-worth thing, if care is not taken, it also tends you to be a toxic person.
Okay.
In a way, it puts you in a certain shell that you refuse yourself of love again, because you think I need to put myself first. Hence, you become a selfish person.
If loving myself makes me a selfish person, then so be it. Because I see nothing
so
wrong with loving.
You won't be in a relationship afterwards.
You are going to be, but you see, you would be. You are going to be in a relationship, yes. But then, unlike first, that you are going to be a neutral person, right now you are going to be a self-centered person.
Okay.
Everything should be about you. If it's not about you, you don't care. That makes you a selfish person. That's why I'm saying that if you try to choose yourself more, everything, yes, self-love and everything, if care is not taken, you become a selfish person. Because at the end of the day, me will be jamwa.
So in this perspective, this role, what are you going to say?
So I'm going to say that it all boils down to maturity and emotional intelligence. Try to accept yourself.
Self-worth.
Try to
back to the same point.
Accept nature, and then try to understand certain things about humanity. That's nyimpa. No one is perfect. So I have this philosophy that if I find someone and then I think the person is not someone I want, and I can, if I can try to make the person the perfect person I want, fine. If only the person is
trying to make anybody perfect.
You can.
No, you can never.
You can.
There is no way anybody can try to make somebody what the person is not.
What could they? Shushawanyan. Not
nobody can make anybody change or do.
It is not about you changing.
You're
funny, the mama ba. Mission. Mama ba ne exhibit. He's a toxic person.
Okay.
Oh, you hit and run, Cecilia. But mama ba meeting me, my personality, my character, my demeanor, how I do certain things. I'm what's in the home pa. Oh, then no. New girlie, even though me something is a bit different.
Yeah, so Mama Ba will have to decide on his own.
Yes.
But it depends on, so only the decision is because of the influence I have gotten on him.
But all the same. Today, would the one force so they accept any apologies here, accept here. Sisi alawa, yeah, actually say, look at the toxic exo.
I want to moment see that.
There's something happens with Mama Ba here.
The Mama Ba is in Ewa. Mama Pada Makenya there. Mama Ba, okita no mindset this is a mere hit and run. But I mean, manza maybe I'm married. Ena, onwa was
inspired.
Yes, until I'm trying to have a positive influence on Mama Ba atasa. So in doing so, no, a whole na Mama Ba kede no. Until the minute Mama Ba, since I'm having any serious girlfriend, no. Until the bonibo no bedumpa, I'm not from home side because Osha, no. This
so
person
you have inspired him.
Yes,
to change.
Yes.
On each other, you changed him.
I haven't changed him.
Inspired him.
I'm
because no one can change anybody.
That's what I'm trying to make him. The
unless the person is really ready to change.
Now my love is more perfect. Now whatever influence you have wouldn't change anything. But then let's say
it depends on the person's own mindset.
Okay.
Say mesesa.
And
but
you have people that you can change.
Well, you are saying
but
you
can
change,
but
not to that perfection.
You see, I can change. I will change. I have changed. I think all day
you can
do that.
But that's not changing.
That's
just respect. The person is giving you some kind of respect. So the person is still doing the thing. But my point is that you should know your worth. You should. You don't wait for somebody. We have ladies who are like they've gone through that toxic, and right now they've gotten that courage, and now they don't even want to be in a relationship again. They just want to have fun with someone.
Nani. Because
you are not having fun with that person.
Let's face reality. Such a person will be a sex mate. Nobody can say that I have a sex meter. Nipa no only a bit intimate about the person. Trust me. Obwa. We are just being intimate for fun. Now, there is something that is going to spark you when you see the person. And see, fine. You are being self-centered right now. You are loving yourself. Okay, I won't go into a relationship again. I'm going to have a sex mate. Are you doing yourself the good or bad?
Is that one
toxic? Toxic. You can do that about yourself. Relationship but you can have people that you flirt with.
Is that one toxic? Let me get it clear.
You are being toxic to your own self.
Not being in a relationship. Okay, I don't feel like being in a relationship because I've been hurt several times and I feel I want my peace of mind.
Comes back to the trust issues.
Okay.
I don't know how to trust, and I don't even know how to love again like that. So they'll rather be with different people and just be doing something to put away their loneliness.
So in this way, are you hurting the ex or you're hurting yourself? Being with multiple partners, are you hurting the ex or you're
so that is being bitter?
Yes.
And it boils down to your man's point.
So how does being bitter makes you self-love? You are destroying your own self.
No, I don't know if they're making. We are not saying we are not aligning that to self-love, but I am trying to say that you are ignoring the point that you need to love yourself.
No. I'm not ignoring you.
Too much.
Yes. You need to love yourself. Open up for new people to come into your space. Have you forgotten
that you once said over here that you need to love Mama, do you remember that statement? You need to love yourself enough.
So loving yourself.
Today you are here, tomorrow you are there.
Oh, toxic now. Okay, now so.
11 p.m. Like who does that?
Mama, let me give you this question. What boundaries are most important to set with a toxic ex, especially if kids are involved?
Boundaries. If kids are involved. Or the agent will welfare together with the children. Ibia, we were talking about the Ibia Bisiano on Pedemuhu member. Ninya being toxic.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Our boundaries no be set time, man, I set time.
I want to hear victims here, so.
I believe in judicial system.
Okay.
I will throw it that way. Accident. Say accident is member.
It is court. About court, then the court has to issue.
I believe in that system.
Yeah, that's it.
I will throw that lane.
But sometimes
and there are some boundaries.
If you want to, even if
you are going to the communication shouldn't be explainable. Don't explain yourself. I'll be taking the kids to a place at 11 a.m. Asa, don't explain yourself. So when it is 11 a.m., you are there picking the
11 a.m.
I'll be taking.
You have to. We are going with Mama, but you have to go to the court. Court to grant that thing that both of you should allow each other to see.
Right now,
so
I was sorry in our court. So does it mean that when they be in here, there's like no. When you can't sit down and have mature conversations.
We are dealing with
but
no, they don't want them to separate. So don't think what we are not talking about. What happened? Anything can happen.
Now we're talking about.
Now you see that yours. You feel like what happened to yours was nothing. Christ says you have to break up.
American
but
no matter what. No matter what.
Now let's get to Eddie has taken it from you. Eddie, let's get to Wamaya first point.
That's the court.
To take it to Dovsu, Waju, wherever.
And even when it comes to communication, you shouldn't be that kind of explaining yourself too much. Just hit the point. That's all. The kid needs this. But don't. We are going here. Don't explain yourself.
So there shouldn't be that cordial vibe between you.
Just be hitting on the point, straightforward with the person.
And don't you think with somebody being that toxic, you don't have to face him or her with heat, but maybe calmness or something?
Not like
you just can't send a message to somebody who's already toxic. I want to see my daughter. I want to see my son. Blah blah blah.
You don't have to.
You don't have
to.
Okay.
The kids will be going for vacation on the 10th. You can come for them at this time. Don't explain yourself. Where are you going? Why do I have to? That is
mothers would love to know. Fathers, responsible parents would love to know why are you taking my kid.
No, like maybe
your kid.
Explain yourself. Explaining yourself too much is going to bring other things up. You don't need to. You don't need to.
Okay.
Obia any views. So that is. Let's go to Benet. She's trying not to buy our views, but she doesn't know we have.
I'm a toxic woman.
Don't need my hair. No,
I don't mind toxic. How do we deal with toxic partner with kids?
Toxic.
The very one, especially the men. No matter how angry a man is, only be that. So our was are fine, but no matter how angry a man is. On before on trespassing mama from mother.
Okay.
Wa kwosura ampono. So awo no mpedo onyo batina. Obotu wa je benefia awo maame ni ponisem so aka ma awo wo maame anado ono na maame. Just from no one back into the conflicts both of you are having. At the same time, I prefer that before Uncle Bodu Econopono, yen I will be for because any more way no. Mama mi bohum, mo papa bohum, wo ma mi bohum, mo papa, wo papa's bed, or bohum. In a situation like this, why don't Senyanka Sabian Yakanasu Sipia? Why don't we involve these two people, our parents, and our whatever people we have in there? Our side no Nimka Samete, I remember side and Mukasoni on your Kasa Ebeden, Ebete. They come in, solve whatever thing it is amicably. Fine, and pay many marche. But I don't think that when I text you about your children, you're going to ignore me. Obi one mumpa, on Casson to the extent that so and you know kade send the mobile one city no visa, one city no best and amo. On for wasn't come because on and about a nourishment. Atasa. Most men ignore the kids in situation like this because I ain't messy afono. Yeah, you're waiting to it. Men, yeah.
So we don't blame them. So we don't blame them when they
so you get
start,
it.
Reacting to tin.
And then you feel the money heneza. Especially we do the maternal inheritance in it.
Hierarchy.
A bunny yamaba. It's mama can no see there. Meanwhile, if you parents are coming together, not say what the one differences are to enchant. You can come to a very good and positive sense of society.
Now, let me cite an example, Nyabuter. With this Eba X Eba Samno. We have this area out all over. Where women, when we were gathering voices for the Father's Day, the fathers were complaining. Lots of them. And then Besafono, anyone in your man, what can some gumbano and assume? And I grew up in a compound house, and so I can testify to that. Where you get these ladies, oh papa day, oh papa na one show, no papa day. In some
they are all bitter women.
And this is an example of being toxic. Now, as a father, let's say you are going to visit a friend, then you hear such a thing. What do you do? Because this is a way of kind of.
I would say that ignore the mother. Concentrate on your child. Sawo papa no fanide enyim. Na sawo afaba no. O ma me akan some brave bona for o papa ho that.
It depends on our family age.
Oh, it happens like that. So you have to get therapists for the kids. There are some.
That is when the person is even has the packet too.
If aside that, if you want to do something for the kids, do it personally. Okay. So it's once a fresh abofreni sim. Once a fresh abofreni sim the abofreni so den ampa.
Something like that.
Abofreni so den ampa. Or you scar farman there or china for equa on is about your school fees. Farmer, oh my non phone coach your fees. At to bag man, oh my once sufficient in
won't that one be disrespecting the woman?
It was it's not disrespecting because there's nothing opportunity.
Maybe send the moment. Oh my or book case come on or can oh vanilla
it shouldn't be
just do it.
What you are supposed to do,
the kids will see.
Sometimes you need not immediately tell the mother. Oh, Motuma from a foreign Muyana. Whatever thing you want to buy, talk. Obano and John Dungo. That is it. Because it is. The men's a mayor. From my show.
Yeah.
And then it affects them. But to show the kind of man bed.
They grow up with it.
Let's get to this one. Does social media make it easier or harder to move on from toxic exes today?
Social media.
Where everything that we say have likes. Where the one being toxic, when he or she puts a phone in front of him and narrates a story, you get people bashing the victim. Does it help?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It just makes you yourself so.
So you see,
validation there.
Social media plays both positive and a negative role. Okay. This same social media can help you revive from your toxicity. Because you are going to meet people that have gone through worse than yours, talking, trying to motivate. Even though they are voicing out their plights, but I will retain. Then let me try and trash mine because Obi and shake it and my obi so hono my hono olbo huno no elbow bunu kuma man mo why baby. So it's
either way.
Aha.
Okay.
It's two-sided. It can be positive for you, at the same time it can be negative. Ebi ana me must know about my revive in term because much mangolina, popolina, banana. You shouldn't know here because I said how to revenge a toxic ex. Or the bomb of pepe. In time social media influence, you know, it has been positive, but on it has been negative. So too.
All right, now let me get to my next question, Mama. But that one will come to you. I kind of say, sweetheart, Benai and Arjun, they'll be invade Wonder man. Bene. Okay, so that's okay. What responsibility do we have to call out toxic behavior in our circles?
The question again.
What responsibility do we have to call out toxic behaviors, toxic exes in our circle? Like Nimpano, me ex, or rotating, me for her mission. What responsibility do I have to call him out? And when in fact, Kofi the mazna riyan mempe. Me nyimro ko do mempe. Me nyimro riyan mempe. Why they bottom? Afre ako aba medwuma ma be. Like, do we have stuff like that? Can we do that?
Yeah, there are people who boldly do that, and even there are some, if they can't do, they involve.
And is it effective? Even effective?
There are some that are effective and some are not. Depend on why sinitim pim say obey adena obey till there. So
to the Benedict also be say
yeah.
Right now you are there.
Yes, I am the toxic one because I'm a sister and mama there. I didn't papa you with him. It's no for then you pet them. My about told there. Biblia, I'll snub you without touching you.
Are you sure? Benedict, I'll snub you without touching you. I don't know a credit card.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that one of us has shoot him. No, but there. Can a
toxic ex change?
Some can change. Some can change.
Benny handle it.
Some can change because it depends on the person you meet next. You know, but on man new toxicity. I'm a break up now. Nche onsa. Atasa. Some becomes toxic to change their attitude. Because when there, obi ohonuma, oye myself some. Because of this particular issue, break up binti. Sisi myself bo ohun yen bufu. Obekoda myself, onye bem. But so she nyimpa ko na. Ono the minimpan, fashion team de eso na asini na odamo. Popo bo na what na. Because on you are taking full responsibility of the toxicity. Okay, so what's taking full responsibility of the toxicity? But say one everything and kakaya working the boy mommy one. So if you out there and you want to join us in the studio with your experience and all, it is 020 85888 020 85888. A pedia friend and now also share work experience with us. About two more I had I share work experience for number na Marble Bonodo 020 85888. The lady is like, I won't let you come close to the kids. I don't want my kids to see you again. They are my kids. Mamba, I'm not bandamana no wa singular. I don't know. Mamba, bakada banankasa, no shan who no insan who no one. Mamba. Are you in such a problem, or there is even more? Number now, now 020 Now let's get back to the studio. So, Bene, you were talking about how toxic people, toxic exes change. Can they change? You saying yes? How? They can change. So, if one day I have met someone in one. Way more dear me. I've become toxic. What? Okay. I've become toxic. There, whoever comes my friend, I'm not going to take the person serious. mayo demi. But maybe she mama. Mama is giving me reasons. His actions is telling me that no, you need not to be bitter. Give yourself the chance to be loved. Give yourself the chance to be a baby girl again. No, I can change. Ne actions of mama I
Is it that easy?
It's very easy.
It's easier
if
said than
only
done.
you give yourself the chance to be loved again.
Okay.
The person cannot change you, but the change is from you yourself. It's why you need to okay. Let me love myself. Open up to love again. You are going to change. You are going to be a wonderful person you didn't even know that you were. But if you keep on to the past, okay.
Let me get to you.
To add up, see, the first time I told you that there are people who grew up in a toxic environment and they grew up with it. These are the people that find it so difficult to stay away from that kind of behavior. But there are some who just, cultivated it through a relationship that they had. These are the people that Benet is talking about, that they can. So what catch on who say, whatever has happened, let me just face reality. When you tell yourself that and you get into another relationship, you see that whatever happens, you will only be watching what the person is doing for you till you grow with it. These are the people who can change. But when you were a fear, it's all about toxic. Everything is toxic. Sound conform is very difficult.
Grew up with
it. The parents were like that, and this and that and that, and he or she saw that the mother survived through it, the father survived through it. They are very difficult to change. Yes, these are the people who are very difficult to change.
They feel it's they are even toxic without knowing.
Yes.
Mama Ba.
Yeah. People can change because one, they weren't initially like that. Or a circumstance being now, one may say so about them. And once or to know or analyze about them, this is not the person that I am, or like I was. So, like, what happened? Let me give myself the chance. Okay, see, I know. Another to know the Munamented. And see, some pede abrabono, Messensu, Mama, another person chance. I need to change. It's also to know analyze. Okay, this is who I've become because of that. On to my phone call. Next relationship by the ma or catsia or in Obionian Boko relationship next and honestly definitely such people can change, unlike people who grew up being toxic. And that's why be or no suban ebin po be one environment or toxic but subani bi no suban nankasa so wonu mu no no more them. Such people hardly would they change. Hardly until people can change.
When should threats from an ex be treated as a legal safety issue versus emotional manipulation? Because sometimes it gets to a point that you think, no, this kind of thing this guy is doing, this lady is doing, I have to take it to Dofsu, I have to take it to Waju, I have to take it to the police. And sometimes too, we go like, I'm doing a yo until the man or pedoya the man. At what moment do we say this one deserves that and that one deserves this?
I could stay. A bit more on your way, Jay. But on Pede, or more than you being be ample.
Okay.
Children who then you being you know, I be watch a second. An ample or threat. Benyun, a been pointing for your boy. Ebi awunyanko mate bi ehunde da na was in common. First thing, draw that boundary. Police case. Because the person might hurt you anytime. And the mobison ya way. Obia or be a mutual friend on your way there. This is what this person is doing. ebi adama asemi na waka chem de obo me second ana obobro ma na obe bibi mo bi ya we adama o chine bi mpo na se bibi tochema won wa we hu de okay you said this that the mosi osi the mazi no be why unlike they be obiare enyim no why work the debi ebi on ye hwe ana bibi dem nti mo bi ya we onyenyim pokra na ebien mo nkofo ya we there this is what you are going through the mosi dem koni na opeda onyo fodo nti so asem bi anya who hold this person responsible.
Sometimes you need to record.
Yeah.
If you can't tell someone, you need to record. So in case something happens, there will be evidence.
Sure.
That's what people do, especially those outside the country. They record a lot. And when the person is gone, they go through and they find recordings and certain things. They have records of all the people. They are not like us. They are now going to be looking for the victim who did what till whatever.
When do we know this one is this one's action is too much and so it deserves maybe the police coming in? When do we differentiate for and when do we say this what he's doing there, he's hurt, that's why he's doing that, let me give him.
Some people, they are all trances. When a person keep saying certain things, you know, because you don't just say things. A pede who besia ne suban na say or you be an bufu pa ye bibi a honum ne be hu ne suban say or to me didi ni patema or to me ye nyema. That is a honor that is why people have been saying, so this is your true color. We all have true colors, but yes, until said be a trigger, we will not bring that true color out. So that person keeps saying certain things. You have to take it serious. Nyam same be a door or kaka. One who says I same way dear and said I normal.
And that's why I cast some repeatedly. The mayor day. Next time wasn't suicidal. Mayor day. Wasn't suicidal the mayor day. Then I want out there draw line there. No.
That one isn't a love statement, emotional thing. That one is a threat.
Yeah. Once I could wait to waste do that I'll may day. Wasn't suicidal some other time or they would there. No.
That is why it's very bad to tell somebody who they train. Now be who. Train now be who no. Obi wo adwin fi. E wo ni tin ma no. No edika akoya ade no. Nti awo train now be who no. They are found. So many people are going to court this time around for so many cases because of train now be who. And now say asembia okokan yenti. Then the real victim is out there.
So if you're listening, maybe you are in a relationship, you're married, and you've been following the discussion. At this juncture, what we're saying is don't let anything just fly. If you two are having a toxic ex-relationship thing, and all trances come, today she's like, I don't buy your more poison umewu. People even said more poison umewu, and that is from the ladies. And some guys to go like, I don't buy your Mitchell, and they keep saying that, and we keep ignoring it. And boy, now yet in the wabobi, I do one sababim. Yaba question a kuamansa, and it has to boil down to kwekumenu. The kwekumenu, you were the one who said all these things, but then. Yeah, better than you. How do we differentiate the kwekumenu lovey and or then or catch me ebiana a yo na wama he is making such comments. Intimum funny there or your comments tra yeah. But then actions album, where are we to differentiate to no then nippanonya bono besim and not there then on your bono basim another orekanatra. We have a lady here who has an experience to share with us, and I would love us to get in here and see what she has to share with us. Na amount for fanyamam amount for the word broom bani word broom binimiana wash she binimina but one can one answer because they are guys. And so if a mama ba one bro, have you been beaten by a brother? Oh yeah, some of the guys miss out for no minimum in your Some of them go to that extreme, that extent of actually beating the guys.
But you'll be on that.
No, Miss Markin Bokoi.
Oh, like.
You said it just.
But my recorded there like one.
You say a bit one.
Yeah.
Miss Markin.
Pocho. Voice note in
Auntie, so this lady was in a toxic relationship that like we're talking about, and after breakup, what this guy is doing to her, it's even more than being in the relationship. She's passing through hell, and so let's get in here and see what she has to say. All right. So while we get what she is saying, I would like to remind you that this show is being brought to you by Baby Winery and Licora. So let's do this.
We were this man for almost 7 years. It was a beautiful relationship when it started. Like on the 3rd year, it was a beautiful relationship. On the 4th year, I got pregnant and miscarried it because of his abusive. He would easily get angry and hit me. More times I was not closer to him, we were not staying together.
I got pregnant and miscarried it because of his abusive ways. He would easily get angry and hit me. More times I was not closer to him, we were not staying together. So I was staying in one state and he was also in another. But fast forward, we are no more in the relationship. It's been a whole 7 years and we are no more in the relationship. But he still have my pictures, my videos, and it's still with him. Sometimes he threatens to send them to the public for everybody to know. Sometimes he will be somewhere and be telling me that he is going to spill something that I just don't know what. I just don't know. The last time I saw him, he was hanging around my hood. Like stalking me, not making my life pleasant for me anymore. I'm in a tight corner. I don't know what to do.
Okay, so that is Amanda. I say, guys, don't make until starting be mom and do biomna, wanting minding in semina or cano.
I used to be with this man for almost 7 years. It was a beautiful relationship when it started. Like on the 3rd year, it was a beautiful relationship. On the 4th year, I got pregnant and miscarried it because of his abusive ways. He would easily get angry and hit me. More times I was not closer to him, we were not staying together. So I was staying in one state and he was also in another. But fast forward, we are no more in the relationship. It's been a whole 7 years and we are no more in the relationship. But he still have my pictures, my videos, and it's still with him. Sometimes he threatens to send them to the public for everybody to know. Sometimes he will be somewhere and be telling me that he is going to spill something that I just don't know what. I just don't know. The last time I saw him, he was hanging around my hood. Like stalking me, not making my life pleasant for me anymore. I'm in a tight corner. I don't know what to do.
Eddie, she's in a tight corner. The guy is stalking her everywhere she goes. she's been threatened. I'm the videos and pictures being at the water in Yamianum, and the guy is threatening the girl and all that. What should she do?
Talk to someone. If you can't talk to someone, go to the police. They can help you. They say police is our friend, right?
I can catch someone, and someone will tell someone. By the time
no. There are some police who are very professional in that. Those cyber people.
Okay.
They can track this guy. Whatever thing is it. What is that? What is that?
So she should tell the police.
Yes.
Rather.
She should go there. Explain. It is not something like you guys. You were like just on a social media. You were doing it. You are in a relationship, and this is what happened. In a relationship, anything can happen because those outside and we here, that is what we do. So if something happens and the person is trying to, you have to go to the police. They'll direct you to those cyber people, and they know how to track the person down.
Okay. Mama B.
Jamkada ya ona mamfa second nshano but
Yeah, why just second one?
Why no one hasn't kakrana we beating but all the same no, the best thing or the best approach is to report to the police. Police number friend Oberman perimeter be, but as to those any pictures been a videos, you know, another ponyim cyber guys here without going to the police, or cyber on him guys here were good with this internet stuff. They can just delete them videos in here from guy in the phone without even touching the guy's phone.
Okay.
Maybe you just pay some ransom, then they will do it for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then she should leave the guy.
Let's say as all the threats and then no pictures and videos now that way.
Is it a permanent? That doesn't seem to be a permanent solution, though.
Necessary. I need pictures na in pictures na video no be my business be.
And so sister, we have to do town sabam na zina.
Ana me see the shot
so police no will be.
Ono the on former police.
Okay.
So cyber units of the police no one be longer. You always kakakra. You just pay these cyber guys. They can do it freely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Benny.
So I will say that you first report to the police, and then also you tell your closest people, those you believe, those you trust, not anyone per se, but your personal people about whatever is happening, so that if Miss Morris talking, so Chinabi, oh, they be now. Police na some uncle do police name wonder the master million pin or other canton my uncle shed a million pay. But at least your personal person would know that no, some time ago Bennett said this, so we can trace it to this person. It's a mom fashion. If possible, she should even change her environment. So had they not a guy not talking now, or she how she's going to move. Not so enimeni ya sakaka wo hɔ a satan ha no wa hwehwɛ kwan mu ri on kahye another one free region no mu for some time now for me safety sake.
All right. Okay. So for your safety sake, you have to make sure you isolate yourself from such people, and this has been Love and Vibes. Oh, I've loved the vibe. Miss Brown, can you rent me your seat for some time? I love your panel already. And of course, Love and Vibe was brought to you by BB Winery and Licora, and that is your go-to spot for everything liquor. You talking of whiskey? That's my favorite, you know. I'm the whiskey type. I don't know. Which type are you?
Red wine.
You're the wine type, yeah?
Anything
Whiskey,
goes.
gin, wine?
Nah, wine.
Wine. Whiskey, wine, gin.
Wine.
Anyway.
She is fruit juice.
Tampico.
Okay, so what I want to tell you is that for your authentic wines, premium whiskeys, and refreshing juices for my girl Bennett, forget them. We have juices in here for you, right? We cater for every event, party, ceremony, and walking into BB Winery and Licora. We opened every day at Abum opposite St. Monica's Girls' School. BB Winery and Licora Annex is now open at Abra AU4 Junction. Call them on 0271304089 or 0545330733. Come through and get served in style. So I would love to thank you all. It's been a great night with you on this discussion, and for you out there for staying with us till this time. We'll draw down the curtains and call it a day for now. Shouts to you, Bene. Say you don't know what friend Bene. Benedicta Affle, Miss Brown, the audacious.